Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll really help the channel out, and it'll get you more videos like this every day. Let's get started. And our first one comes from Silly Reflection 51-6. Am I the beehole for telling my sister she's the last person I want my wife to be like as a parent? My sister, age 34, is 8 years older than me, 26, male, and she has 5 kids while my wife and I only have 1 child so far. I don't have the best relationship with my sister, and we don't interact at all that often. At best, we might see each other 5 times a year, and a number of interactions may vary. The reason I feel this way about my sister is that she has a huge superiority complex, and she also likes to rule over other people. She's been like that since we were kids, and being much older than me, she always felt like she could tell me what to do, or not do, or that I had to emulate her. It used to bother her so much that we are nothing alike. Things got worse after my wife and I became parents. My sister has never actually wanted her kids to know me well, and she kept them away for the most part. And even if we were around each other, she kept them very close to her. She said it was because I was too disrespectful of her. Despite this, she feels like she has the right to try to pressure my wife and I to parent her way. My wife quit breastfeeding after it started to impact her mental health, and I was so glad. I remember our parents were so worried about my sister with her oldest too, because she was driving herself to the brink of forcing it when she struggled. One of our parents used to stay the night when her husband was working nights because they were so worried about her. She threatened to sue our parents and her doctor over the suggestion of introducing formula. She accused them of trying to make her a bad mother. This is even though she ignores the other kids when she's like that. I never wanted my wife to end up like that, so I was happy when she put her mental health first. My sister tried shaming her, and I quickly stepped in and put a stop to her. I even talked over her until she quit opening her mouth. It took several minutes. This was at our parents' house. She tried to approach my wife after, but my wife walked away. Once I heard my sister was spewing more crap, I told my parents we needed to leave, but they made her leave instead. My sister tried to get in touch with my wife via social media, but they aren't social media friends, and my wife has DMs set to private. We saw each other at Christmas, and this time she started in on us for cuddling our child too much, and because our child is almost 1, she felt that he was too big to be constantly giving affection to. She didn't get to say everything because I stepped in again, and our parents told her to leave if she couldn't behave. She hated being shut out, so she approached me and told me she was trying to help my wife be a better mom and more like her. She told me she's the best kind of example for my wife to follow. I told her I pitied her if she thought that was true, because she's the last person I would want my wife to emulate as a parent. My sister freaked out, and I walked away from her, but she showed up several more times, calling me disrespectful, and saying I have always treated her like crap. Am I the beehole? Hello, OP. No, you are not the beehole. Your sister is the beehole, and that woman is insane. Over here trying to lecture your wife on being a good mother when she sounds like she's a terrible, overbearing type of mother. Over there, she's probably the type who's going to try to control every facet of her child's life, and eventually that child's going to go no contact, and then she's going to be talking to you like, I wonder why my children don't like me. I wonder why they're no contact with me. I assume that's her future. OP, I think you're handling it well, going as no contact as you can. I get it. You're going to have to see her at family stuff, but good on your parents for actually, kicking her out when she's acting stupid like that. Also, props to you for defending your wife anytime she tried to, circle in on her and pounce. Good on you for that. I don't think there's really much I can say. You're not the beehole, and you're doing what I would have told you to do. Go no contact and cut her out of your life, which, yeah, you're doing just fine there. Yeah, not much to say. She's definitely the beehole. I assume she's a narcissist. Growing up, can you discipline that out of someone growing up, or just like I don't know how narcissism works in that sense. Can someone learn to not be that? Because that's what from what it sounds like. You have to be like me. You have to listen to me. I'm amazing. That's what I'm guessing. So OP, yeah, you're not the beehole. And our next one comes from Spare Frequent 2910. Am I the beehole for walking away from my sister-in-law when she mentioned adoption again? My sister-in-law, who is my husband's younger sister, and I are both adopted. Sister-in-law was adopted as an infant. I was adopted through foster care at the age of 7 officially, but I found my family at the age of 6. Sister-in-law brought up us both being adopted before, and asked questions that I did not mind answering. She hasn't realized I was adopted through foster care, and for a little while, she didn't think we could talk things through because we came from very different adoption stories. A couple years ago, sister-in-law, mother-in-law, and father-in-law reached out to her birth family and made contact. Then they started to speak about the unfairness the adoption severed all legal ties to her birth family, and from there the three held this view that sister-in-law would have always been in the family, but adoption was not the right thing to do, at least not adoption as in the US standard of adoption. Once this realization was made, sister-in-law decided she needed to open my eyes. My husband told her to leave me out of it and I would never feel different about my adoption. Sister-in-law didn't like that. She went behind my husband's back so we could talk it out. I told her she would never change my mind, and I would always be glad I was adopted. I told her my only wish is to forget everything to do with my birth family. She told me I lost all connection to them. I told her that was good, and I wanted no connection to those people. She told me I should be glad to know who I really am. I told her being a Estain is not who I am. For people who will wonder, that's what I was called for the first 5 years of my life, while I was with my birth relatives, and this includes my birth mother. I told her knowing them does not mean I know who I am. I didn't even know my old legal name until I went into foster care. We took a time out from her for a while, but it meant missing out on family functions on his side, so we decided we would have minimal contact. My husband steps in when he's there too. But during a family wedding, sister-in-law took a moment. I was alone to approach me and started to bring up adoption, so I just walked away without saying a word. I ignored her and acted like she wasn't there. This bothered her a lot. Mother-in-law and father-in-law told her she should maybe let up and leave me be. But she's really come after my husband, saying I was rude and had no right to walk away from her like that. A couple of extended family members, two aunts of my husband, said sister-in-law was complaining so much that it spoiled the wedding, and I should have handled the incident better. My husband said I did nothing wrong, but I hate the added drama from it. Am I the beehole? Hello, OP. You are not the beehole. Your sister-in-law is definitely the beehole. It's fine if she brought it up the first time, but then after you told her no, that should be it. How is she not able to comprehend that, people go through different situations, even if you're going through adoption, you might go through the same things. And I don't blame you. Why would you want to meet those people who called you an Estain for the first 5 years of your life? That's crazy you can still remember that. Heck, you didn't even know your name before you went into foster care. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to see those ghouls either. I don't even know if you told her any of that. You shouldn't have to. After you said no, that should be it. But if you told her that and she's still pressing you, she's a terrible person. She needs to stop. That's cool that she wants to find out who her bio parents are, but I'm sure a lot of people who are adopted, who are happily, in their foster family, are fine with not knowing who their, bio parents were. And yeah, like you said, that doesn't make you who you are. It's who you're raised by that makes you who you are. I'm glad your husband has your back and sticks up for you, but yeah, she's way out of line trying to approach you after again and trying to push this on you again and again. And then those two, aunts? They need to stay out of it. Who cares if they got their crap ruined? They need to, that has nothing to do with you. That has to do with, their family. And those people need to sort it out. OP, you're doing what I would suggest you do. Go no contact or low contact. I get the low contact because your husband, he wants to see his family, and you shouldn't let this one idiot ruin things for you. So, again, OP, you are not the beehole. And our final one comes from Am I the Beehole Japan Trip? Am I the beehole for not inviting my twin sister and her family on me and my boyfriend's trip to Japan? So to give some context, we are all from Ireland, but my boyfriend, a 26-year-old male, is half Japanese. His dad and his dad's family are from Japan, and he spent his first 12 years there, but his mom and her family are from Ireland. My boyfriend and his family go yearly to Japan, and before Christmas they asked if I'd, a 23-year-old female, like to go in March and April, which will be our 1-year anniversary. I of course said yes. I've never left the country, and I'd like to meet the rest of his family. So it was a nice early Christmas present. My twin sister, age 23, and her boyfriend, age 28, found out and thought they were getting invited too, along with their 2 kids, a 5-year-old female and a 4-year-old male. And when I told them it wasn't going to happen, they got really angry at me. It wasn't up to me to invite anybody, and if it was, I still wouldn't invite them to the first time I'm meeting the rest of my boyfriend's family. My sister's boyfriend is a huge weeb, for the lack of a better term, obsessed with one small part of Japanese culture. And when he first met my boyfriend, he said, "I could speak Japanese," to which he was quickly embarrassed. Ugh. But anyway, they've been trying to guilt trip me and my boyfriend, saying how they'd do the same for me, even though they didn't when they could when they went on holiday, which is what I'm not about. That hasn't been working, so recently they've been talking bad about me and my boyfriend to my family. My whole family is taking their side, saying that I should just invite them, but no one seems to understand that it's not up to me. I mean, they're more than welcome to buy their own tickets and pay for their own hotel, but no one in my family seems to understand that my boyfriend only gets to see this part of his family once a year. It's my first time meeting that part of a family, and their 1 year anniversary and our 1 year anniversary. They just think I have some duty to my twin sister and my niece and nephew. I've been feeling recently bad about it, and my boyfriend has been trying to comfort me. I just want an outside opinion. Am I the beehole? P.S. The Japanese passport is really cool. Okay, I could really talk about this one because growing up, I used to be a hardcore weeb. Oh, not hardcore enough to not to like join the anime club. I went to that once and ran from that. They were watching like normie stuff like Naruto, but back to it. Coming from someone who's been a weeb and who wanted to go to Japan because weeb, do not let them go, P. They will 127,000% embarrass you. I know I would have embarrassed myself if I got to go back then when I was a hardcore weeb. Now, if I go, I'd probably just gorge myself on the food. I would still buy some weeb stuff because, I mean, I still like anime, I still like manga. But, true what you said, it's not up to you. They invited you. I assume they're paying your way, so yeah, there's no way in hell I would expect them to pay for your sister, her husband, her kids. It's gonna add up, man. From Ireland to Japan, I don't know how much it is, but it probably ain't cheap. Your family seems to be really, for lack of a better word, stupid. Because, like you said, they're welcome to buy their own ticket, get their own hotel, and, stay the hell away from you because you're probably going to have a stressed time meeting that side of your boyfriend's, family and making sure you don't make any, mess ups or anything like that. Because, I mean, as much as I'm a weeb, I don't really know much about Japanese culture in the sense of, like, meeting someone's family. And I know some stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, you're going to be you're gonna be anxious. You're gonna be nervous. You're meeting your boyfriend's family, who he gets to see once a year. I get it, and you don't want some goober weeb, throwing a wrench in that situation. So, OP, to save yourself some embarrassment and to have a nice time there, do not falter. I don't think you can falter because, like you said, it's not up to you to invite them. But yeah, don't invite them. And if they want to go, let them go. I don't know what to tell your family. This seems like a very simple thing to me. Let them figure it out themselves. OP, you need to focus on your trip and enjoy your trip to Japan. I am truly jealous of you. And eat as much food as you can, because that's the main reason I want to go nowadays. That looks amazing. I almost cursed there. But that looks amazing. So, OP, you are not the beehole. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end of this video. Can you please do what I said in the beginning and like, comment, and subscribe? It will really help the channel out, and it'll get you more videos like this every day. Velvet out.